A common misconception is that the parent with the higher income is more likely to win custody. No, no, no. Hey dad, have you ever felt like the deck is stacked against you in a child custody case? It's time to dispel the myths and arm you with the truth to ensure your rights are fully recognized. I want you to listen to the story of Alex, a dedicated single dad who wasn't married to the mom of his children and who nearly surrendered in his fight for custody because he was totally overwhelmed by the myths and misconceptions that were told to him by well-meaning friends and relatives and people who thought that they knew the legal landscape in Georgia. Alex was convinced that the system would automatically favor his children's mother because he had outdated stereotypes running around in his head. He feared that his job, which occasionally required overnight shifts, would be viewed as a barrier to being a good parent. Now, fortunately for Alex and his kids, he got some differing advice during a legitimation consultation, and he decided to confront these myths with the help of a seasoned family law attorney. And in doing so, he discovered that his assumptions were wrong. He then decided to pursue his legal and fatherly rights to establish a relationship with his children and to do everything he could to give his children the time that they deserve with their dad. You see, it's not just about Alex having time with his kids. It's about making sure that his kids have time with their dad. And if you're a single dad who's watching this video, or if you know of a single dad here in Georgia, you all need to realize that the interest of the state of Georgia is in doing what's right for the kids. Now, did you hear me? Not the mom, not the dad, the kids. So that's why my legal team and I always position everything from the perspective of the kids. That's how you get the court's attention. Hey, let's be real here. We adults get ourselves in all kinds of stuff in our lives, right? And the courts may look at us as adults and go, well, they got themselves into it. But when it comes to having kids and protecting the kids' relationship with their parents, particularly you, their dad, the courts want to do what's right by the kids. So if you're smart, you're going to hire an attorney who positions all the legal arguments from the standpoint of the rights of the children. Are you tracking with me on this? Okay, now I want to dispel some myths about fathers' rights and the courts. Myth: courts always side with the mothers. Now, the belief that the courts favor mothers over fathers in custody battles is one of the most pervasive myths I come across. However, as I said, today's family courts prioritize the children's best interest, focusing on which parent can provide a stable, nurturing environment regardless of gender. And more, the courts are filled with judges who came from homes with one parent, so many of them also grew up longing for more time with their own dad. So it's not mom's automatic advantage anymore in the courts. Here's my advice for this situation. Demonstrate your involvement in your children's lives. Watch my other videos on child custody. They're filled with great advice, things like detailing your involvement in the kids' lives, preparing a parenting plan that shows how you'll care for your children, emphasizing your commitment to their education, health, and emotional well-being. Here's another myth about fathers' rights. Primary custody is impossible for fathers to obtain. That's the myth, not the reality. Many fathers assume that seeking primary custody is a lost cause. However, the court's primary concern, as I said, is the children's welfare, not adhering to outdated custody norms. If you've been the primary caregiver, document it in every way you can. Document your role as a primary caregiver, or if you aren't the primary caregiver, then document your significant involvement in your children's daily activities, their schooling and healthcare. Show that you provide a loving, stable environment that supports the children's best interests. Another myth: your income determines your custody rights. A common misconception is that the parent with the higher income is more likely to win custody. No, no, no. Financial status alone does not determine custody outcomes. The court considers a range of factors, including the emotional bonds between parent and child, the stability of home environment, and each parent's ability to meet the child's needs. So focus on showcasing the quality of the relationship you have with your children. Provide evidence of your involvement in their lives beyond financial support, such as participation in school functions, extracurricular activities, and at home. Dads, if you're facing a custody challenge, remember that knowledge is your best ally. Don't let the old, outdated myth deter you from fighting for your children's rights and well-being and for their right to have lots of time with you. You're their dad. They only get one dad. Make the most of it. Reach out to me and let's discuss how we can present your case in the best light possible to achieve a custody arrangement that reflects your children's best interests and respects your children's rights to lots and lots of time with you, their dad. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Be sure to click subscribe, like, follow, and turn on the alerts so that you'll get notified when we post our latest videos. Please share these videos and leave us some comments, ask us questions, tell us what other topics you'd like for me to talk about. Join our Facebook group at Georgia Divorce and Custody for even more information. And as always, I look forward to seeing you on the next video.